I'm Michael Pez.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And welcome to BB Rewind, the finale.
Yay.
Woo!
You guys don't have to listen to us anymore.
Or maybe we will.
Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe you want to. Maybe you're sad.
So, it was the finale. It's been a week since the finale of Big Brother All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And,
surprise!
and like some things have been happening in real life after the show.
That's more exciting than the entire whole show.
Yeah, so in the finale, let's just go back. Cody won the final HOH, which I'm not surprised. Are you surprised?
No.
No, I know. We're not surprised. We're not surprised at all.
Who's surprised?
No. So, but what was surprising was how Enzo kind of lost it a little bit. Like, would you say lost it?
No, because I don't like to put, you know how I feel about these things. But
About what
he, just like his whole, like, you could really see the, like, deterioration of his mental health. Like, just imagine, like, you know what it's like. Everybody else here can relate. We were all locked in quarantine for however long, and
Yeah.
it gets to you eventually. And I think he just got to a point where he was so, like, frustrated and cut off and, like, alone, and he was just like,
yeah.
I'm tired. And, like, that's different. When we were talking about this earlier while it was happening, that's a hell of a lot different than Tyler wanting to go home a few weeks ago. Like, it's a whole different ball game of Enzo being like, I'm done, I'm out. Like, at this very last moment where it's like, it's impossible to imagine that sort of final climb where it's like you're so close you can taste it, and then it slips away from you. And I don't know. I think it's different than what Tyler did, and I could really feel for him because, like,
Yeah, I mean, you put a lot on the line going into the house, and we don't know really what's going on in, people's heads and how much people want that money and how people are like,
man, it's $500,000. Everybody wants that money.
Yeah, of course, but like I'm thinking like, you go on. It's your second chance of going on, and you're playing to win, and it's unfortunate that there's certain challenges that are that second challenge. It was like Cody is faster,
Yeah,
and Cody's more agile, and and
yeah, he got bested, but I just feel like he's allowed to be that frustrated. That close to the end, you can be that. Like, he's saying things in the heat of the moment. Like, I don't think I'm taking him seriously and thinking that, like, he was actually like, I'm gonna walk away. Like, I don't think at any point he was ever gonna be that upset about it or really meant what he was saying. You know what I mean?
Well, he meant what he was saying.
But I feel like I think if they were like, okay, well, we're just going to do that. And, like, you can just kind of, like, okay, well, if that's true, then just, like, fuck off. I don't think he would have actually taken the opportunity to do it. Just my opinion. I'll never know. Whatever.
I just think that don't count yourself out, bud.
Well, yeah, like, obviously you don't want to see that happen. It's just, I get it. Like, I felt that in my soul a little bit. I was like, yeah, I have those days, Enzo. I get it.
Sure.
Quarantine days.
Sure,
like,
I guess.
I don't know. I felt the quarantine emotions there a little
but
bit.
Not as butthurt as Nicole was. And so Nicole gets ousted. Enzo gets taken to second place. Enzo gets an automatic 50 grand. And Cody is basically just going to tell him why he deserves to win. But the show on the side was the jury of Nicole Franzel getting upset. Now, clearly, she thought she was being taken. She's more butthurt than anything.
She's, like, emotionally, she's like, my feelings are hurt because Cody said he was going to take me, and then he didn't take me, and he picked Enzo over me. She's like a hurt kid that got picked last for the basketball team in the schoolyard. Like, that's what she reminds me of.
Well,
like, she's not mad that she didn't make it for, like, final two. Like, she's not mad. Like, she doesn't feel it's, like, a betrayal of, like, the game thing. She's, like, butthurt about his feelings, but she's trying to make it, like, about her feelings, but she's trying to make it about the game. Which is nothing to hang on to there.
I just think that, like, it's a lot of feelings for someone who's already won. And you made it to final three. And you know what? You did get $10,000 from that
last
stupid
week.
Big Brother comic thing.
the dumbest game
That's
that's ever been played. Was it a game or was it just Russian roulette? Like,
well, that's if you shoot yourself in the
well,
head.
I know, but it's like the regular roulette then. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, but that's what I equated to is that dumb.
Well, it's dumb. Like it was like a lottery. It was like you just I picked these 4 people.
Yeah.
If you never saw it, you didn't see it, you didn't miss much. She won $10,000, and you know
By
what?
a random lottery draw,
Yeah,
essentially.
and you know what? Like you were on 16. You got brought back for 18. You won 18. Then in season 20, you came on with Victor, and Victor proposed to you in the house. You did Amazing Race, and now you're doing Big Brother All Stars, and you're butthurt.
And you're getting married without Janelle. What else do you want?
So anyway, at the end of the day, Nicole, you're a good Big Brother player, but at the end of the day,
Is she though?
she is.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, hands down. I'm not saying anything about her being I just think that like,
I guess she's made it this far twice, 3 times.
yeah, you know, and she did pretty good on 16, and you know what? She did pretty good on The Amazing Race. We're not saying that she's not a competitor and anything like that. It's just,
I don't like you.
it's just there's just a lot of things. There's just go out with class, babe. Go with
Yeah,
class.
it was a very sore loser mentality, and like, especially coming it sucks. Like, no one wants to be that person. Like, you don't want to be that close and then lose it. But there is a way to do that where you don't seem like
You
a
had to have
child.
thought that you would have like, what if Cody doesn't take me?
You always
And how
have a
are you going
concession
to?
speech.
And you're going to have like so. There's no. You should never depend on somebody else for you to win. You just be like, it is what it is. You lost that final HOH by 1 point, and that is and that is what you need to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I said that to you like when I was playing. I was playing a game, it was similar, a Big Brother-esque game, and this specific game when the competition I was in, it was either you had to play and decide your own fate, or somebody else would play and your fate was decided based on the way the game worked. And I was so much happier. Like, I lost. I was very upset by 2 seconds. I was very upset. But I had it in my own hands. It was my competition. I wasn't sitting there waiting for somebody else to screw up so that I could get kicked out.
Sure.
Like, do you know what I mean? I wasn't relying on anybody else, and that's super important. So I like that feeling of like, oh God, is like waiting for somebody else to do something so that you can stay in is like, it's an impossible, like, no one wants to feel that way, especially when there's $500,000 on the line. Like,
But that's where Enzo.
but sorry, honey, you didn't win the you won the first HOH, but you didn't win the rest of it. Sorry. Sorry, with Enzo what? Sorry.
No, it's just I'm just saying like Enzo, when Enzo didn't win that HOH, and then he was butthurt that he had to rely on either one of them to maybe take him to the end. Cool. But she has got to realize that what if he doesn't take me?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you should always have, like, there should always be all the scenarios played out. You
Which-
should have your concession speech ready, just so that, like, you know that if you gotta go meet Miss Julie, who, by the way, she unfollowed. Who does that?
Who won?
Who unfollows Julie Chen? Nicole.
There's been some social.
Distancing happening on the social media for Miss Nicole.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, she's done. She's done with the reality. She's gonna go get married.
I'm actually, like, I'm happy for her. Go get married, live on your farm with Victor, and, like, do your damn thing. Like, that's all she kept talking about. So, like, you know what? All the power to you, girl.
That's important. She went on the show, but at the end of the
go
day,
for it.
I think she got a little sloppy in her social game.
Sloppy Poppy.
Sloppy Poppy. Anyway, so Devon got America's Favorite Player.
Yay!
Fantastic. Love her. God bless her.
Love her.
So well deserving. And I don't know really what else to say other than
Honestly, the drama that's happened since the game has ended in the last week has been so much more exciting than
I thought that the finale would have a little bit more
pizzazz.
or just full out you're awful. Like I thought
I thought maybe they would fight at some point.
I
Like,
thought
it
there
would
was going to be a
boil
little bit
over.
more, some drama, like kind of like the end of 21. 21 had some like.
No one even made a joke about like stabbing each other when we're sitting there with steak knives for like 2 hours talking to each other over this like beautiful dinner. that they had. Remember they had that dinner?
No.
They had like a final 3 dinner. It was in one of the recap episodes that happened before, like the night before the finale. They were all sitting there at the table in the kitchen, and they were like, "Oh yeah, remember when?" And then it was like it would talk about like different things that happened, and they were all sitting there eating steaks and making fun of Enzo because he was like, "I'm a vegan," and then they're like, "That's a steak, Enzo. Like, that's not vegan." He became a vegan when he was in the house because everybody else was vegan.
Are you vegan?
No, I used to be a vegetarian. Fun fact, I was a vegetarian for a year, and then quarantine happened, and I was like, chicken wings. Sorry about it. Adapting to my environment. I'll probably go back to not eating meat once it gets a little bit more normal.
People are going to hold you to it.
Oh, God.
So, on that note,
chicken wings.
so that is the finale of Big Brother All-Stars. Thank you for everybody who has tuned in. We'll probably have some more stuff coming out, hopefully. And you can catch us on Big Brother Rewind on Instagram. You can catch her at
Ash Ann
on Instagram. And you can follow me at Michael Pez. And yeah, until next time.
What will we do next?
Everything. Okay, bye.
Bye.